Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about parents being able to ban books and why that should not happen. If you were anything like me, which oftentimes the answer is no, then you loved to read as a kid, and still do to this day. And when I say read, I do not mean it in the way that you may think. I'm not talking about reading a little every week or even a little every day. No, I am talking about spending entire days doing nothing but reading, because that's just what you enjoy. I mention this because I know my love for reading would not be the same if the parents of my town got to ransack the libraries and pull whatever they wanted because they didn't want us to read it. Today, I will be expressing my point of view with three main points. The first being, all parents are going to dislike different books. They're going to want to ban different books. The second reason is that they would have to determine where to draw the line. And how could they do that for an entire county with 2 libraries? And my third point is a proposal of what we could possibly do to find a solution for everyone. So my first reason is that all parents are going to have an opinion when it comes to what books they would like to ban. So what happens when a highly opinionated parent decides that he or she does not want children reading books about mythological creatures or violent depictions, and then another parent turns around and says, well, I don't want any children reading about kids their age dating. Before you know it, the only thing that's going to be left on those shelves are dictionaries and encyclopedias. I come from a small, highly religious town, and we came very close to having this happen. Only the school board knew this would not work because of that exact reason. Things would just get too out of hand. And this leads me to my next reason. How are we supposed to determine where to draw the line? It's not like our school's library or even the county library includes highly vulgar XXX rated content, if you know what I'm saying. So where does it start and end? Would they ban books based off of how many times they have a curse word, or how many times the characters went beyond holding hands? Because I don't want my 17-year-old to read about kissing. Something must give, right? Hopefully, in my last point, I can figure out what we could possibly do to make something work out for everyone. One thing I believe could be effective is a specific page where parents could mark what rating their children could borrow books from the library. An example of how this might work stems from my hometown. We have a login for every student and every parent into our Focus accounts. These accounts include our grades, school information, home information, and make it possible for parents to contact teachers when necessary. What I'm proposing is that another tab be added that brings you to a page where you can simply mark the rating that you would allow your child to read. You already have to have your account open when borrowing books, to make sure you're not about to get your 12th book in a row. So this would be one extra step for the librarian, which I would prefer if I were a librarian over not ever having a child check out because the only books there were either National Geographic or Disney princesses. Now, a big question based off this proposition might be, what if we don't have an online website? And to this, I would say at the beginning of the year, everyone receives a bundle of paperwork. You know what I'm talking about. And one of those papers could be for the library, asking the parent if they had concerns to circle the highest rating book they would allow their child to read and signing next to it. To avoid having the librarian sorting through hundreds of papers just to check your child's book out, you could simply have it in a weekly folder to show the librarian as you check out. As I close today, I hope you have a better understanding of why I do not believe we should give parents the freedom of banning whatever books they would like. this would lead to a desert of a library and mass confusion on how to determine when enough is enough. And if it comes down to it, maybe the proposals I bring up would be viable options. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some reading to do. Thank you all for listening.